Hey YouTube, how are you doing today? I hope y'all are doing good, but today we're going to be talking about Pokimane. Now, if you don't know, Pokimane has gotten a little bit of drama recently over this new brand of cookies she's launched, and they're supposed to be like healthy, vitamin D cookies. They're supposed to have a lot of nutritional values in them that are better than the regular Oreo or Chips Ahoy. She launched these cookies, and I was going to say I saw people supporting them, but I never did. People ended up seeing the price of these cookies and they ended up being upset about the pricing. Now for Pokimane, I can understand when you start a new business, things are going to cost a lot. So you have to sell things for higher to even make a profit because you don't have like people funding you currently yet because you're a new brand. Well, I would assume she doesn't have a lot of funders, and to keep everything open, keep everything running, try to expand, you would need to sell things for higher to even make a profit. People are upset because she's acting like she came up with this cookie from scratch and that she's been working on this recipe for years, you know what I'm saying? But the cookie resembles an exact carbon copy, even to the look of the cookie, of another famous cookie brand. I think it's called like Midnight something. It's from Costco's. I'll put it up on the screen. And the nutritional value is about the same too. So people are pissed because they're like, you're saying you spend all this time on making this cookie, but all you did was like rip off someone else's cookie and add vitamin D and said, here, shit, this is a new cookie. And honestly, if you ask me, there's no way you've been working on this cookie for 2 years and all you can find like recipe wise to make it taste good and also bump some of the calories off from the other cookie is add vitamin D and maybe take a little bit of sugar, because she didn't do much. Like, I'm gonna show you a picture of both of the cookies back to back with nutritional value. None of it is really different. I think some of the carbs were taken off and it's gluten free and its vitamin D was added, which, you know. And people were especially pissed because instead of Pokimane, you know, giving a more like calm response about it, or like educational response about it, because not everybody knows how starting a business is and how much things cost and what you got to do. So, you know, they just see a high price and then they think, damn, you're trying to scam me. But instead of her going there and giving some type of educational answer as to why her prices are so high, she says she hops on stream and starts calling people broke and saying you're poor and that you're an idiot, you can't do math.
When people are like, oh my god, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but like, if you're a broke boy, just say so. Anyways.
She's upset because people don't want to pay $7 per bag of cookies when they can get Oreos for like $3, you know? Even healthy cookies, there's better options. And shit, I'm not gonna lie, shit, if someone is broke for not wanting to spend $7, well, it's not even really 7, it's 28. I think the lowest you could pay is 25 or 28 for a bag of cookies. I think it's 25 if you like schedule cookies keep coming, like they keep coming, or it's 28 for a one-time purchase, which is insane. Because she's making it, I get what she's saying, how it's $7 per bag, but the initial one purchase is like 4 bags for $28. So no one can buy them in singles. You legit have to pay $28 or you're not getting any. And there's so many, what she doesn't get is there's so many other better options for healthier cookies that are cheaper than hers, and their bulk value is either the same or a bit lower. I can get me a box of cookie for, I can get me a box of Park Take cookies for like $3 to $4, and at least I know they're low calorie and they actually taste good. With her cookie, you can't really get a small sample or sample pack like Partakes. They have like one box for $3 and then they have the big boxes. She doesn't have anything like that. She's like selling them in bulk kinda. So since she's selling them in bulk, no one can really try her cookies to know if they're good, so they can't really give you no notoriety. So it's like since the lowest you pay is $28, how is people supposed to like determine whether your cookies are good? Because no one's paying that, especially since some of her fans, her supporters, are either really young, are mostly like young or teens. Nobody has money to just throw $28 around for some cookies. And I get what she's saying. She's starting a new business, and you know, she's not gonna have this. Well, she didn't even say this, but I get it. You know, I get it how it is to try to start a business and how much you got to pay for it. Because I did something like that in high school. We used to make brownies and shit, and I know for you to get a certain profit margin, you have to put shit up, and then you have to include how much it costs to make these things. And I get that, but for you to go on live and to say that because you don't want to pay $28 for some cookies that you're broke and you have no money, even if it's a joke, it's just kind of like, what's the word for it? It's distasteful. Like, I guess she was joking, but I see what they're saying. It was kind of annoying. It reminds me of like when like rich white girls like flexing money on you, telling you like, oh, well, my dad buys me Balenciaga. Just because you can't afford it doesn't mean doesn't mean something, something, something. Like, you know those girls in school. And I just wasn't fucking with it. But I will say though that Pokimane's audience is kind of annoying with shit like this stuff, because she low-key cannot say anything or do anything without being like quote unquote canceled. And I understand this is because she's like kind of like the golden girl on Twitch, so like anything happens to her, like she has a backing, or like, you know what I'm saying, like she's just known for being good, or like a goody two shoe. So like when she says stuff like this, it makes her look bad because she already has like a kind of soft community. Like it's hard to get away with meaner jokes like that with the community she has, because like she's kind of in like that, not really, I'm not gonna say like they're nerdy, but they're kind of like the nerdy soft people of Twitch. So it's like when you have an audience like that, when you say that even the littlest things, there's gonna be a big uproar. Even though I think the joke was more privileged than mean, people saw it as mean and rude and distasteful, so I can see why they would be upset again. But that's basically all for this video, because there really wasn't much more like with Pokimane herself. I don't want to get into like people's reactions and shit to it, because it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I will say that Pokimane's joke was distasteful, but her whole business isn't a scam. Technically, people do this all the time, where they take one cookie and they try to add more nutritional value to it, and then they spin it like it's a whole different cookie with a different name. People do that all the time. This isn't new. I don't know why people are just upset because it's Pokimane. This is not new. But yeah, that's basically all I had to say for this video. I didn't have much else to say about it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. If you think she's right, let me know. If you don't, also let me know. I read all the comments. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and also turn on post notifications so you know when I post. I appreciate you all for watching. We're almost at 200 subs. If we can get me there in these next 2 videos, I would appreciate it. Later.